What's happening, everybody? Sam, Chivy, Real Res Talk. Manchester United are through to the FA Cup fifth round, I think. Yeah, fifth round by beating Leicester 2-1. Not the greatest game of football in the world, but it did get a little better in the second half. Chivy, yeah, give us just sort of your initial. We'll go through things like bit by bit, but just give us your initial thoughts on sort of getting through in the last minute.
I think I'm sick of the manager like experimenting. Like I'm tired of the experiments. Like this, Kobe is a fantastic footballer, really good footballer. But then the experiments, he doesn't have to persist with Kobe in the 10. I don't know why he persists with Highland in attack. And then apart from the personnel, the style of maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't get this style of football, but it leaves us so light in attack and off the ball. I don't remember seeing us, well, anyone at all being this bad off the ball. Like it's worrying, it's shocking. And I apologize if I'm being a little bit too negative, but maybe tomorrow, maybe when I have a calm head and I think about it over tomorrow, but this is scary. It's really scary to see that Leicester actually played us off the park for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And we've, sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's individual quality, sometimes it's just the Man United spirit. Like we tend to just pull out these kind of wins, but it's not sustainable long term. Like we can't keep doing this long term. Like we have to find a way to be able to control games, and I don't see it. And maybe I'm just naive. I don't have enough football knowledge to understand fully what this manager is trying to do, but I don't see it. I really don't. And it's worrying, man. It's worrying.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a win.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So that first half was, I think I was watching it. It was 45 minutes, but it felt like about 45 hours, if I'm honest. Like it dragged, and like you said, we were off the ball. One of the most terrible teams I've seen ever. Like I cannot believe the lack of pressing, the lack of
Yeah.
intensity, the lack of like anything. Just when Leicester had the ball, they were able to pop their way through midfield, and they had like about 30 yards of space around them at all times. Just nobody on him, nobody tracking him. And if they were any good, like let's not get this wrong, Leicester are a very poor team, but they looked half decent against us. So did Southampton.
Yeah.
Southampton looked like a really good team against us, and they're two of the worst teams in the league. And we've made them look really, really good, especially in that first half. And then the first goal happens with some comical defending, if I'm honest, ridiculous defending, and it goes in. And I'm just thinking, yeah, of course that happened. Of course that happened. Like, yeah, what are your thoughts on the goal in the first half? Like, were you just like, yeah, well deserved, and we're probably going out of the cup now with this?
Well, it was coming. I mean, we hadn't had a shot on target at the time of the goal. It didn't look like we were going to have any shot on target at all. We would defensively, this is what happens. We usually start up really well and we start off comfortable at the back, and the defense is able to progress the ball forward. Then we lose it every single time. It was almost as if Leicester were just waiting for us to give possession away, and then they could counter. And I think at first, for the first maybe 5 to 10 minutes, they were kind of giving us a lot of respect. And then it kind of dawned on them like, these guys are actually shit.
Yeah.
And then they just started playing us. This it kind of just dawned on them like, wait, hold on. I think
The same thing happened to
I think we're giving
Southampton,
them too
didn't
much
it?
respect. And then
Southampton did the
this is
same
what
thing.
happened. Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, oh, hold on. We can actually play these guys. And there's absolutely no way that indeed it should be that free with the amount of players that we had back in the box.
Yeah.
And indeed it was just wide open to have that shot on target. Like, that should not happen. Nobody, I think it was Kobe who was supposed to be tracking him.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. If I remember, I think it was Kobe, yeah. And then he gets in and plays it. Now, I don't think this is a lack of desire or intent or anything from the players. I just think that they still haven't grasped what this manager is trying to do. Now, whether that's their fault or whether it's the manager's fault in imparting that knowledge, I don't know. All I know is we're fucking it up.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Do you think
And you can see that they're trying to play, but they just don't know what to do. They literally don't know who to pick up. The ball is just pinged around. It's crazy.
you think he's
We look
overcomplicating
outnumbered
it,
at every stage of every. Sorry, go on.
Do you think Amarin's overcomplicating the system? Because Dorgu started today, and I thought he was decent in the first half, probably our better player. But he's playing on a right wing back, and he's a left wing back, and he's got Dallo at left wing back, who's a right wing back or right back, and he's got this obsession with two of them who in, and then so he's inverted them on either side. It's like, why don't you just keep it simple and switch them over, and you get balls into the box thing, and like everybody like. I don't know why he's complicated it like that. And then he hooks him at half time anyway. So I hope there's a knock or he wasn't quite fit, because I don't understand why Dallo didn't come off in at half time, because he was terrible. He was awful. And I was just like, why have you complicated this system? Like, why have you done this? Like, I don't get it.
I really don't know. And I don't feel like I'm in the right place to be able to criticize a manager like Amorim. Like, well, not criticizing, but like just attempts to try and get in his head. Yeah, to question him. Like, maybe he has an idea and it's just not showing. I don't know if he's overcomplicating it. Maybe he has this, this sort of plan of action that he's trying to take with the players, but it's not. I can really just tell you what I see and what a lot of other Man United fans see, and we're not seeing anything. Like, really, we're not. Like, it's worrying. Like, if we can kind of have a glimpse, like when we played the Steaua Bucharest,
yes,
there was a glimpse of what he was trying to do. So we could see it. So if there's something that you could see and be like, okay, yeah, but there's nothing, and it's really worrying. I know it's early days, but mate, this is shocking. This is so bad. Even though we've won, doesn't feel like it.
No,
it really doesn't.
It's like the Southampton game all over again, isn't it? Like, we just got battered for like 60 odd minutes, and then at the end, Ahmad pulled some out of his arse and got us out of jail and got us like points. And with this, like, I think if we go to the second half, obviously there's not much to talk about in that first half in terms of United. Like, it was just in the second half, we bring on Garnacho, Dorgu gets pulled off. I thought Garnacho offered something going forward. He gave us like someone to run at. He was making it difficult for their fullback, and he created options. He was putting balls in the box. What are your thoughts on Garnacho today? Was he the reason we sort of ended up winning this game in the end?
He was definitely one of the reasons. But this is why I said at the start that I'm kind of getting tired of the experimenting. Like, it doesn't really. It's not really experiment in preseason, right? When we go on preseason, you can play Kobe in the 10 all you want.
Yeah.
Yes, do that, but not now. Not now. Not in the FA Cup. Like, you've tried it a couple of times. It doesn't. It's come off sometimes. It doesn't give us the kind of results. It doesn't show us. It's not consistent enough to persist with it. If I'm making any sense. Copying the 10 thing. Play attacking players. Play direct players. I'm really happy that Garnacho actually came on and just went for it. Really.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I think it was definitely him and Xerxes were the catalysts for the way we started to play, because he came in and brought a certain energy. He stretched the fullback, and he had him on toast the whole time. Now they when they had their duels, sometimes the wing back wins and sometimes Garnacho wins, but the consistency started to wear on the guy.
Yeah,
I can't remember what player it was, but they started to win, and then Garnacho starts to win his duels more and more and more. And Xerxes coming on was just another body in there. And this is why me and you were going back and forth in the chat, because I think this guy offers a lot more. Now, fair enough. Both of them, Xerxes and Højlund, have been underwhelming. Like, there's no debate about that. But now it's getting to the point where I think Xerxes is not like I think, he's a lot better for the team than Rasmus Højlund. But Højlund, we don't get anything at all. It's like we're playing one man down. He can't stick. The ball doesn't stick to him, doesn't pass it, doesn't win his duels, doesn't bring anyone into play. What is he doing there? And he's getting a lot more playing time than Joshua Zirkzee. I'm trying to not shout.
Just to sort of pick up that,
emotional.
when Xerxes
But
comes on, do you think that, because we saw Hoyland stay on, obviously, like Xerxes comes on and Hoyland stays on. Do you think he improved? I thought Hoyland improved once Xerxes came on, because he seemed like he didn't have to worry about coming back and doing that sort of hold up play and stuff. He was just attacking the box. And Xerxes was, like you said, doing that link up play. There was a moment when Xerxes gets the goal, the ball comes across,
yeah,
and Hoyland's there in the 6-yard box where you want him to be, and he tries the one-time flick, hits the defender, falls to Xerxes, sticks in the back of the net. And then there was another moment where Garnacho's running at a thing, and you think, put it across, because Hoyland's right there for the tap in the 6-yard box, and then he hits the side netting, doesn't he? He goes for the shot. I thought with Xerxes, and you've been saying this for a while, I thought when Xerxes came on, it freed Hoyland up quite a lot, and I saw a lot more from him once Xerxes came on.
yeah. I mean, when you play both of them, what you get is, if you play both of them, then I'm not mad if I don't see Hoyland at all, because some of the best strikers that we've seen on this planet before, like, we've got Crespo, we've got Shevchenko. It happened to people.
One
like
of them
this.
is in the dugout.
They would go
today
for
for Leicester.
They would go.
Rude.
Yeah, yeah. They will go missing for 75 minutes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see them, but when you see them, they're scoring the goal.
Yeah.
Right. Do you remember players like that? Now,
Yeah.
if you have a Xerxes and Hoyland play, I don't mind if Hoyland is throwing himself about losing. But if I see him, I want to see him crashing the box. The only time I want to see him is when he's actually impacting the play.
Yeah.
And this is what happened when Xerxes came on. But I think the point I was trying to make initially was just the fact that the manager persists with Hoyland and in a system that doesn't favor him. If you're going to persist with him, then play him with Xerxes, or don't play him at all, or bring him as an impact sub, whatever. But we've seen him try this thing over and over and over again. And I'm just done with the experiments. Just give Xerxes a run of games. That's all I'm asking for, because Hoyland is getting way more time than him. Way more time. And I think Xerxes deserves it. He's the reason why we're here, because when he came on against Arsenal, he changed the game completely. We started playing a lot better when Xerxes came on, and he became a threat. And that led to us winning that game. And then we come here again, and he's come on. Now, regardless of what happened, he's the difference. And I don't think any of us, regardless of how the goal came in, the fact of the matter is that he scored the goal.
Yep.
He made the difference. And I think that he deserves a run of play, a run of games. And I don't know why every other time it's just Hoyland starting, and I don't get it. I really don't. And I'm sorry if I'm going on a tangent. It's just
let's go to the comments.
It's late, and I'm frustrated, and it's really annoying me.
Yeah, sorry. I got it. No, it's all good, man. So let's go to the comments. Lewis, offside goal, we will take it. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Hot take, we're getting worse. Yeah, I definitely agree. Random guy. Assistant ref wanted to go home. Yeah, probably. He was probably tired of looking at it and going, I'm not reffing this for another extra 30 minutes. I'm not doing it. Big up, fellas. Surprised we won that one. Yeah, so are we. Why on earth was our new signing in the wrong position and playing Kobe out position? Chivy's just touched on that. He ain't going to change tactics once he gets players in. He'll cook. Game tore me apart. Outplayed for 65 minutes until the fans finally start. First real time I've questioned Ruben, because you can't do that to a new signing. I felt he was passing backwards, only gave the cheap away 3 times. I think Doggy didn't want to mess up in his first game. Bruno's a disgrace in the pivot with Ugarte. I don't even celebrate goals anymore. Imagine how Aaron feels. He's got 2 strikers, one of which he uses, the other is a 9.5. He must be extremely frustrated. Yeah, people in the comments are in the same thing. But yeah, we got to 1-1. Xerxes gets the goal, and it seemed like it was all United pretty much from there. Like, we were just all over the ball. We were pushing for an equaliser, and it seems like Leicester were trying to push it to maybe extra time and penalties to get through. And then 90 plus 3, ball goes into the box, and Big Barry gets his big bonce on it, puts it in the back of the net, and it's, Stretford end, goes into raptures. Did you feel any sort of joy, Chivy, or was it just like, yeah, of course we did that. Of course we fucking did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about being a Man United fan, right? This is what they do to us, man. And we've seen this over the years. And don't get me wrong, this happened on us, Alex, as well. There's so many times when we're so crap.
Yes.
But we're just, it's bittersweet because this is what we do. Like, we play rubbish and we win. Like,
we win trophies and we play shit and
this
win
is just
trophies.
What we do.
Like we've done it for years.
We play shit and win trophies.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this is what we do. But it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like it gets on my nerves. Like I'm tired of it. Honestly, yeah. But to answer your question, when the goal went in, immediately the goal went in, I texted you in the group. I was just like, yeah, just get on Discord. Let's just get this over with. Like, it was just why did they do this to us? Honestly.
Yeah, the goal was offside. They sort of showed some replays. Obviously, VAR is not in thing until the next round. If that had been chalked off, would you have been any more disappointed, or would you have been like, no, that's fair enough because we don't deserve this win?
Well, when we played Middlesbrough, do you remember that handball?
Yes.
I still haven't forgiven them for that handball. Yeah. So
you're just chalking that as even now. You're having justice, that one. Man. That's you even there.
It's justice. This is what happens. That was a clear handball.
Yeah.
And we got robbed in that game. And we lost that game. And I still haven't forgotten that. Like, what was that? 3 years ago now, I think.
Yeah. Was that Ollie? Is that under Ollie that? Or was that under Ten Hag?
I think it was, yeah, I think it might have been Ollie. I'm not sure. No, it was Ollie.
Ollie, yeah.
It was Ollie, I think.
Yeah, I remember that game. That was an abysmal game as well. But yeah, we're through to the 5th round. You've said previously we should put all our eggs in the Europa League basket. Do you think we've got a chance of going anywhere in this in the FA Cup, or do you think just sack it off and just concentrate purely on Europa for now?
No. We have to go. Like, it's a cup.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in cups. You get the luck of the draw. It's a one-off game. Most times, it's a one-off game, so anything can happen in a cup. Like, this is why sometimes you see teams from like the Championship winning the FA Cup. Like, we've had Wigan win it. We have Leicester win it when they were like in. I think they won it in the Championship once. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or Wigan. Yeah, yeah.
I think
anyway,
Wigan were in the Premier League when they won it, and then they got relegated the same season after they won it in the same season.
True, yeah, because they played Europa League in the Championship. Yeah, yep. I remember that. But sorry, the point I'm trying to make is now we shouldn't sack up the cups. Anything can happen in tournaments, cup competitions. It's yeah. There's a higher chance of you winning something. So we definitely have to put not all our eggs, but we should take these. We should prioritize these, the FA Cup and the Europa League, definitely, because nothing's going to happen in the league.
No.
We can win every single game from now to the end of the season, and we probably won't qualify for.
Probably get 10th, won't we? That'd probably be the highest.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, back to the comments. Ugarte would have seen red if he was in the Premier League, possibly. It's getting worse. Cobby, not good tonight. Bruno, I can't understand how the guy still gets in the team. Well, he signed a new deal and he's the captain, so that's why he gets in the team. So, Ugarte being overworked next to Bruno, I agree. Ugarte just got swamped at times and he was just getting like pulled left, right, and centre. We need some more decent midfielders in that team. Question for everybody: where do you want to see Bruno, in the pivot, in the 10, or on the bench? Chivy?
I like him in the pivot, but I do understand that there's certain games where he's just terrible.
Yeah.
When he plays very well in the pivot, he plays really, really. It's one of them ones where he's never average. He's either absolutely crap or he's really good.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of him in the pivot because this system relies on us. As sad as it sounds, we never penetrate through the middle. Pause. We're literally always, it's all about the wingers and wing backs, and you need a player like Bruno a creative player like Bruno in the middle of the park, to spot the runs, to pass the runs, to connect. So we're gonna have to deal with this one for a few games until he gets it right.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this screenshot, and yeah, Maguire is onside. Actually, I think it's Hoyland or Ugarte, the one in the middle who's offside. Yeah, Maguire's onside, so
It doesn't matter,
yeah, it
man.
don't matter. But yeah,
He scored.
I'm just gonna see if there's any quotes from the
Yeah.
manager.
Sorry, Sam. Am I is my feed like skipping?
No, seems fine on my end.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You're all good.
Because you've been skipping for me, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Maguire on Garnacho's impact. I think he made a big impact. He always does that when he comes off the bench. Credit to him. He's ready. He's focused. We knew at halftime he'd bring more direct and pace into the team. Maguire, I think the second half came out a lot bigger tempo, dominated the game. It felt like we were going to get the winner and it would fall to us. Thankfully, I put it in the back of the net. Ruben Amorim is positive as always. Today was not a good day. Oh, fuck you know. I cannot focus just in saving the season with a cup. It's not the way I see football. It's not the way I see Manchester United. I think the performance, we had to do so much better with the ball and without the ball. Yeah, I agree. We had no energy in the beginning. We turned things around. A good result, but not a good performance. I agree. And I've seen it more. Roy Keane, the subs made a difference. They played a lot more direct, more forward passes, but they should do more. They rode their luck. Yeah, I agree, Kino. Absolutely. But yeah, I think that's it in terms of quotes. Obviously, there's a load of FA Cup games this weekend, so I don't think we find out who we get in the next round until maybe Sunday night. I think maybe after the final game. We've got, I think, Spurs next Sunday, I believe. I can't call that game because it's the battle of two teams who are super fucking shit, but we're away, which means we play better. But Spurs are just one of these teams that I've absolute batty or I will just paste them. I don't know which way it's going to go. What are you expecting, like, running up to this game, Chippy?
I mean, realistically, I think we're shitter than Spurs, as bad as it sounds, in terms of like the way we approach games. But away from home, we seem to just do it against like the big teams. And I think this style of play suits us better when it's that way.
Yeah.
So if you remember when Sporting Lisbon played Man City, when they beat them 4-1, it was all City, but Sporting just exploited the spacing behind.
Yeah.
And Ange always plays with the spacing behind.
Yes.
And that's my only hope. That's my joker. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Right. The spacing behind, pacey players, 3 at the back. We suck them in and we pause, and it allows us to then counter with the way we play now with the 2-10. So that's all I'm hoping for now. I don't know how that's going to happen. It's away. We won away against City. We've beat Arsenal away. We've played well at
Anfield.
At Anfield, but football just doesn't happen that way. Like, so I don't know. But I'm slightly confident, but after seeing this, bro, I don't know.
Difficult.
I wouldn't trust us with fucking Harrogate Town.
No. If we get like a lower league team in the next round of the FA Cup and it's at home, say, like you said, say we get Harrogate in the FA Cup at home, I won't put us as favourites. I really wouldn't.
Bro, does Eccles have a team?
Yeah. I used to play for them.
For them. Any organized team, I don't trust us at all.
No.
Once this is organized, I don't like this really worried me. This really I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
It's crazy. I keep forgetting we're on stream. I think it's just me talking because I can't obviously say anything. And I have to remind myself all the time. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, it's all good. I'll read out the final comments and then we'll get out of here just because I think Chivy might lose his shit if he ends up carrying on with this. He's just going to end up having a rant.
Sorry, man.
It's all good. It's all good. Mr. Potus, did Casemiro even play? No, he didn't get on. If he can't play in the 10, he can't play in the pivot. I think that's in reference to Bruno. Random guy said, man of the match. I say Garnacho, maybe the ref. Yeah. Rudy's fuming. We did lose in Fergie time. We lost in offside time. I mean, I've just looked at the clip. He looks onside to me, but is what it is. Our next game is Spurs away. They have lost to Ipswich and Leicester at home. I don't want to cover up if they slap us. Serious question will be asked if Dallo stays on the left and Bruno in the pivot. That's from Raynator. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in that Spurs game because you could flip a coin and just sort of take your pick because I have no idea what's going to happen to that. Yeah, apologies for not having a pre-match stream in the build-up. The circumstances in family and stuff have happened, so apologies for that. But we wanted to give you a quick review and review that as best we can. Thank you for Chivy for coming on. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Leave a comment. Leave all your sort of vents and frustrations in the comments. Let us know how you feel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully Chivy calms down and sort of relaxes a little bit because I can see his frustration. You good, Chivy? Peace out, everyone.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Sorry.
Peace out.